Hello rail fans, and welcome back to another video here on the Rusty Boxcar channel. Yesterday was a pretty good day. Visited Gatlinburg, Tennessee. I had some family that is vacationing down there, and so we went over to visit with them. And on the way we stopped at Sevier Yard, just outside Knoxville, which you can see here. We've previously done a drone video from the yard, but with the new drone, we were able to fly out further over the yard and down across the hump and down into some of the classification tracks. And so you'll see all that here. And then we also stopped at the TVA Kingston Fossil Plant, which is west of Knoxville. And there is a coal train that has been parked there for a couple of days. It's an interesting one because we've been following that train for the last few months. It has had Illinois Terminal Heritage Unit number 1072 on it. And that goes up Norfolk Southern's tracks towards Louisville and then comes down on the Paducah and Louisville Railroad to pick up coal, and then goes back north to Louisville and down and across over towards Knoxville to make its delivery. This one actually loaded out on the 10th and is still sitting at TVA Kingston fully loaded. The rear DPU on it had recently had some trouble and had to be replaced, and they threw another Heritage unit on it. So after we get done taking the video shots of the yard here, we're going to head over that way, and first we're going to see the rear of the train, and we'll catch that 8114 Norfolk Southern Heritage Unit. And it was pretty tight filming there where the DPU portion of that train is. Pretty heavily wooded area, and there's trees on both sides of the tracks. Not a lot of wiggle room to work the drone. And so got a couple shots at a little bit of a side angle to try to see as much of that as we could. And then we go around to the head of the train, and it's actually parked right next to the security shack at TVA Kingston. So had to be pretty discreet there. Definitely didn't want to cross over the fence. There is a day use parking lot there by part of the waterway where people can park boats, or park and launch their boats, things like that. So it was kind of a public parking area along with the employee parking area. So no concerns on that front, but definitely didn't want to violate any rules. I'm sure that the TVA wouldn't appreciate you flying a drone around their property. So took a quick shot of that 1072 Illinois Terminal Unit and its bright green and yellow paint scheme. And so we'll see that at the end as well. There's various pieces of Norfolk Southern locomotive equipment scattered throughout this yard. Got a couple RJ Cormans over there. There's a manifest train that appears to be leaving the yard, headed back in towards Knoxville. I didn't realize it's really difficult to see what all the drone is seeing while you're flying it because the phone screen I use is so small. I wish I'd have gotten better notice of that in the phone screen. I probably would have tried to throw it over in sport mode and maybe catch the head of that train. And we're going to turn here, and you'll see that the truck is just a kind of a dot on the horizon up off the road. And was getting low battery warnings, so I had to fly it back pretty quickly. Here's that 8114. It's the Norfolk Southern Heritage Unit. Red, yellow, black paint scheme. Pretty interesting paint scheme. Again, not a lot of wiggle room here, so was trying to carefully guide it up the tracks without catching any of these tree branches. Last thing I wanted to do was crash the drone. So got pretty good imagery of the nose, and then kept having to turn the drone towards the trees so I could see exactly how close I was getting to the tree branches, and maintain enough of a safe distance to not cause the drone any harm. But I was pretty happy for where it was to be able to get the shots that we did. So we're going to kind of drone or fly the drone up next to it here a little bit closer and get a little bit more of that sideboard on it. Actually, sadly, the best imagery we got of it, I think, was its roof. But still, not bad all in all. As you can see, those coal cars are still fully loaded up. I was reading an article yesterday about the Kingston plant and how power usage due to the heat wave is so high that they are concerned about having power shortages. It makes you wonder, why they would leave a train full of coal sitting for this many days if they're pumping that much electricity. You'd think they'd hurry up and get that thing unloaded and back on its way north to get loaded up with another full load of coal. And now we're at the head end of the train. You can see that Illinois terminal number 1072 along with another Norfolk Southern locomotive. We'll pan around a bit here. You can see the rest of that train as it snakes around back towards the rear DPU, and there are also a couple storage tracks there. Looks like they've got plenty of coal on hand, so I guess that answers some of the question about why they weren't in a bigger hurry to unload this train. When I came back through, these pictures were actually taken on my way to Gatlinburg. When I came back through last night, I took a look off I-40 and the train was still sitting at the exact same place. We'll pan around here. You can see that day use water area. There's I-40 right there. And then where these couple of semis are is the entrance to the plant as well as the security area. So didn't want to fly all the way over and around the locomotive. I really would have liked to have gotten some imagery of the nose of it. Just thought that was way too risky to fly that far over and start making circles around it. I did fly up pretty close to it to try to get some of the detail on it. So hope you guys have enjoyed this. It was a great trip. Saw some pretty cool stuff, and we'll be back again soon. Thanks for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click on the thumbs up below to give us a like. Also, please click on the Rusty Boxcar logo on the right side of the screen to get a subscription to the channel. And send us a comment. Really enjoy reading all your comments, and I try to respond to each one of them. Thanks, and have a nice day.